Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the third episode here of the campaign series East Front. Originally from Talonsoft, now Matrix Games, Slytherin Software here released John Tiller game. So this is East Front Part 3. We're playing a random battle here, Moscow Counteroffensive, uh, as a follow-up on my previous Let's Play of the Operation Typhoon there. So we're in the thick of it here. We'll turn 11 of 18. I'm just about to start a fresh turn here. So the general story is, if you haven't been following this, is we are commanding it was given to us, roughly a battalion-sized force of infantry, standard infantry division setup battalion here, and the Russians fighting the Germans here. And we all came through here. We have nothing in this sector, so this is basically up for grabs for the Germans. We don't have any time to send anything over there. And so we're going to be duking it out in this area. And what we're facing is a pretty daunting force here. We have lots of German armor, Panzer IVs and Panzer IIIs, Panzer IIs. Looks like a couple of companies of tanks here, and some infantry and infantry guns setups. So we're going to kick it off and see what we're going to be doing here. We're going to start this turn by checking out what we can fire with here. If we can lay down some good suppression fire, or we do have a 50mm mortar here. It's out of range, so I'm not going to be firing with that now. I'm going to be moving that. Okay, we've got the anti-tank guns in this town here. They're running low on ammo, as you can see up there. Gonna have to stop moving them up, I think, to engage his armor there, because they are causing devastating firepower from a range, picking off my units here. So let's see. I'm gonna wait with those anti-tank guns. We do have a 50mm here. I can actually lay down some direct rounds on his artillery here. Just trying to hit those big guns with those light mortars. Okay, no effect. Got some disruption. He was already disrupted. We hit this area with the medium mortars. Caused some casualties and disruption here in his units. Just moving on here. Alright, this is my... I have position mortars in this ridge to be able to lay down some direct fire on these advancing German troops in this sort of valley or open area here. So this is my... what I can use as my firepower here to try to deliver some damage and suppression to the enemy as I'm moving up my infantry here, which is vastly inferior to these German forces here. But so let's lay down some rounds. Let's see. He's moving in. These guys have taken a third casualties. This platoon here. He's got some weak. This one's taken over 50% casualties. It's actually disrupted that platoon. This is a fresh platoon, but it's disrupted. So let's try and grind down some of these units. This one here could be good to attack. Let's do some firing with the 82mm mortars here. To no effect, unfortunately. Looks like one of those mortars is out of ammunition, actually, so we can only fire with one. These machine guns are very far range. You can see it's only attack power of 1, which is very low, so I do want to move that closer. What we got is a rifle platoon here, moving in. I want to see. Look how bad the firepower is. Even at the range of 2, the Russians only have firepower of 2, which is very bad. You need to get right up to the enemy to be able to have some sort of firepower. So I'm going to be moving this. I'm going to try to assault this position, actually. Let's see if we can do that. We do have some machine guns positioned in this village now. We can lay down some fire. Even at that range, this is 1, 2, 3 hexes. We only have a firepower of 2 with these Maxims, which is terrible. This unit is disrupted, unfortunately, so I cannot assault with that. I can assault with this. Let's see if I can resolve this before I fire with my machine guns. If I move 1 hex here, I'm not sure I have enough to do assault, actually. This is actually a fresh rifle platoon. We can assault here. This is good. A whole platoon of infantry will assault this disrupted artillery setup, which has been pounded by artillery. Hopefully these 40-some men can overrun this position and destroy it. So let's try that. Let's do an assault here. Yeah, look at that. disruption. We eliminated something, and the only thing that actually managed to escape here was some wagons. So that was very vicious. Managed to take this position, assaulted with about 40 men. So we'll look at the strength. So now the Germans' casualties are actually mounting here. They lost 4 wagons, 6 light infantry guns, 2 heavy infantry guns, and almost a complete platoon of infantry. So we've lost about 1/3 of a platoon and 50% machine gun platoon there. So casualties are actually higher on the German side at this point of the battle. All right, let's take these machine gunners here. Let's lay down some fire, I guess. Well, attack power 2. I think they're going to be staying in this village actually and just lay down suppression fire here. See if we can cause. Let's attack some of his weaker platoons, like this one here. No effect. Yeah, we're going to be fired upon by his armor now. Got no effect there. Yeah, he's got some good firepower. That's why his infantry is firing back as well. So we got a force here with anti-tank guns. We're going to be trying to attack across this ridge and hit this armor in the side here. We'll see how that goes. Right, what else? We got another machine gun unit here. Let's keep attacking this weaker platoon here. No effect. Yeah, he's still firing back. We caused him to retreat there. That's good. Right, moving on. We do have this rifle platoon just taking the 3rd casualties. They can fire with a very limited attack though. Not sure they can move in there actually. No, they can't move towards the enemy when they're disrupted. So they might as well stay here and just fire with a measly attack power of 1, but still. It's better than nothing. Right, moving on. We got some more mortars positioned on this ridge. We can lay down some fire here. Let's hit this unit here. It's closest. We caused casualties. They're running away. They've taken actually 50% casualties in that platoon now. Let's hit this fresh. They're only disrupted, but they got full strength platoon here. No effect though. Okay, moving on. We got a mortar team here. He's fired smoke here, so our firepower is actually reduced to half. So we could fire here at this unit. Let's try and hit them with a limited firepower capability. No effect. Yeah, no effect. But keeping it up there. We do have a mortar team here, 2 mortars. They're going to be plotting, so I'm going to be plotting them later on. We do have another mortar team here with 2 mortars. They're going to be plotted as well. And we have a 50mm mortar team here on the other side of this ridge. They can actually lay down some fire here, I guess. Very low attack power, but we can lay down some. We only have attack power 1 versus the armor here. So maybe we should actually move this team into this village. Probably will do that. And that's all we can do with firing there. Let's go through movement, see what we can maneuver here. We do have these trucks that are heading back to safety, I guess. Battalion headquarters here. Could move them a bit closer to the action, actually. We do have a complete company of infantry here. I was debating whether to move them towards this or just commit them to this fight. Which I think I will have to do. Or we can actually could try and double time it, see if we can meet up with something back there. Let's try that. Let's just get these guys in double time and start moving in this general direction. Got a road here to move. We do have these anti-aircraft mounted trucks. There's 4 trucks here with quad machine guns. Now they're going to be very exposed to his armor here. He's can easily pick them off. The firepower could be good to use versus his infantry though, but we're starting to grind down his infantry. He do have some fresh platoons in the back here though. That's kind of worrying. Let's move these AA trucks with this attack force. See what happens. So these are part of them. They're going to be double timing it down here. And let's take that mortar team as well. Run around this road here. Do have an anti-aircraft machine gun. Let's move them into this village. These guys are part of them, so they're going to be moving down here. Probably a futile attempt, but still. Now these anti-tank guns, I need to get them up closer here. They're pretty protected here. If I can get them in there, they're still going to be very exposed to enemy tanks. But we're gonna try and start moving them here. Actually, this is a 50 millimeter. I'm gonna leave it there. Those trucks are okay there. Let's get these out of sight of the enemy, those limbers. Right, this mortar team is out of ammunition, but it's got a good position there, so let's leave it. Right, machine gun company. Let's try and get these guys in there. Okay, good. We do have a disrupted platoon here. This is a full, fresh platoon, but they're disrupted. Let's try and move them south. I can't move them south. So maybe they should just stay there and hopefully get recovered. Some headquarters up here. Yeah, these guys fired. Let's get these wagons out of there. Let's leave these headquarters where they are, I guess. This headquarters can actually move a bit closer. We have a fresh machine gun company here. Well, let's just move them down towards the action. Let's get them down there. These safety there. What do we got here? We do have an anti-tank platoon here carrying wagons. He's got an awful lot of infantry here. We could use them in this flanking attack. I think that would be pretty good, actually. Let's move them in to this village for now. We do have a machine gun platoon positioned here. Let's move them into this gully. Right, what we got? We got headquarters up there. Do have a mortar team there. They're going to be plotted. Do have a battalion headquarters there. I think they're all right. Standing there, actually. Okay, let's see. We have some forces positioned. We could try and start taking this ridge here and engage these guys, this armor here. Let's try that. Let's move the machine gun platoon into this village on this ridge. They're going to be fired upon here. Taking hits, but no casualties there. So this 50 millimeter will move up as well. A rifle platoon will join them. Got some trucks here. Let's move them back into these huts, this village here. Let's get them out of harm's way. We do have anti-tank guns. They're going to be moving up towards this ridge as well. Have a machine gun platoon there. Let's get some rifle platoons on this hill. We got some cover there in those woods. We do have a divisional headquarters. They could be standing there. That looks like all the movement. So things are going on here. We're moving, trying to get this ridge. We're trying to gauge his armor here. I have no idea how many tanks he's got here. They are Panzer IIIs. So this is going to be interesting to see how that unfolds there. So let's have a look at firing again, if anyone can lay off with some rounds. Let's see, these anti-tank guns that moved on can actually lay some pot shots on these wagons here. Why not? Right, no effect there. Yeah, no effect. What else we got? These mortar teams will fire. Yeah, these guys that moved on the ridge here. So these 50 millimeter mortars, obviously not very effective versus armor. We could lay down some rounds on this platoon. It's been taking heavy casualties. We got attack power 3. Guess it's alright. We did no effect on that attack though. We do have a machine gun unit now that can fire. Let's lay down. Attack power 1. It's very bad, but it's better than nothing. No effect. We have some rifle platoons that moved up here. We can lay down some shots at these guys. Or I can move them closer to the enemy, which could be good to draw fire with these tanks. They are still protected here. This is wooded hex. Yeah, attack bar 1 is very bad. Let's actually try and move them down here. Could have been a mistake there. Yeah, he's got armor here. He's got a platoon there. It's dangerous. Let's get these guys as well. see what happens here. So that's all the firing we can do. And the movement, I think, is done, basically. Yeah. This is a battalion headquarters up here. Who are they part of? They should actually move a bit closer to the actions. Get them down there. Actually, that was probably a mistake. Yeah, that was a mistake there. What's this? Regimental headquarters could stay there. We do have another regimental there. Yeah, these headquarters, part of those anti-tank guns. So let's see. Move them down here. And that's another battalion headquarters for this machine guns. Let's get it closer to the action there. Okay, that's about it. Yeah, we did get some mobile supply there. Let's have a look at the plotting. Let's plot some strikes here. We do have some mortar teams that can actually barrage. You have 2 mortars here. We do have attack power 2 versus armor here, which is the best we can have with these mortars. If we're lucky, we can get some. We can disable some of these tanks. Let's plot some mortar strikes there. Do have another team. If we could plot on these, if he stays stationary here, could get lucky as well. Let's plot some of these Panzer IVs. Hopefully we get lucky hits there, hit the tracks and stuff, and disable some of these tanks. It's only 2 mortars though, so it's not a big firepower, but we're gonna rely on the limited artillery we got here to make a difference, I guess. So let's end the turn here. Let's go into, let's just see if I missed any arrived. Nope. Let's go into turn 12, I guess. Okay, so there was no German artillery strikes this turn. Looks like we wiped out his artillery here. Turn 12 of 18. Let's wait. His infantry's opening up there. Got some good defense here. We took casualties. Taking casualties there. Yeah, here comes his armor. Firing point blank at my guys in the woods. Woo, they're taking casualties. Those Panzer IVs with a low velocity gun. Yeah, they are blowing those guys to bits. They are retreating. He's focusing on that platoon there. Oh, yeah, they took some heavy hits. They were running away there. Okay, so those guys held their own in the woods there. That squad, that platoon that overran those artillery pieces got really hammered. He's moving up his infantry. He's getting his reserve ready. He's moving up even more. We're going to have to rely on these mortars to keep his infantry at bay here. So 8 headquarters unable to provide supply. That's bad news. We have 2 artillery units unavailable, 4 units are low on ammo, and no one recovered. That's bad. Alright. Here comes my... Yeah, look at that. We got disabled. We got... One of these panzers got disabled there. We got another one disabled. No effect. So that was some very good strikes from those mortars. He's got a bit of a congestion clustered tanks here. We managed to knock out 2 tanks thanks to the disabling there. Let's have a look what we took out there. So we took out one Panzerkraftwagen 3G and a Panzerkraftwagen 4E. That was some good stuff. That was good. So let's look at the casualties here. We've lost almost a whole platoon of infantry and 50% of a machine gun here. He's lost 2 tanks, 4 wagons, lots of infantry guns, and a whole total platoon of infantry being killed there. So we're doing good in the casualty department. Alright, let's have a look at the situation here. So he's got tanks here. He didn't get disrupted, unfortunately, here. If we can get him disrupted, we can do assaults here. We can have a high chance of taking these tanks out. But they're not. They're ready. He's moving in stuff here. He's got 50% strength on some of his platoons here. These 2 are fresh, though. This one is fresh as well. And this one is fresh. Yeah, he's got lots of infantry here. Alright, so have a look at firing first. See what we can do. Cost casualties here. We do have a 50mm here. I'm want to move this up. There's no point engaging these wagons. Alright, let's have a look at these mortar teams' position on this ridge. We can still rain down death here. Let's keep hammering these weaker platoons in the front here. We did no effect on those strikes. No effect. Do have a machine gun unit here. This is actually the anti-air machine gun platoon. They have a much greater firepower. So look at those boys. Anti-aircraft machine gun platoons were attached to most every sort of Red Army unit for the duration of the war. Each platoon would consist of 3 D and HK 12.7. So that's why the firepower is greater. They got 12.7 millimeter machine guns here, and their crew and 2 trucks for transports available. All right. So we got some heavy machine guns here. These are good for infantry. So we can lay down some good fire here, actually. Attack power 6. Let's look at the range. Yeah, they got some good range as well. They can see if we can hit these forward units here. We got attack power 6. Right, no effect. Boom! We got hit by tanks there. Infantry firing back. That's dangerous here. Those Panzer IVs are opening up. And Panzer IIIs. Let's lay down some fire in this unit. Got disruption. He was already disrupted. Now we got disruption here. Get some heavy firing exchanges there. Get the anti-tank guns. I'm going to be moving them up. Right, this infantry is disrupted, unfortunately, so he cannot advance on the enemy, but he can fire. Attack power 1. Yeah, no effect there. He's hitting. He's got lots of opportunity fire on those tanks there. Right, machine gun units. I guess this would be a good hex for the machine gunners to set up. Would be even closer to the enemy because we only have attack power 2 here, which is not the best. We need higher attack power. This could be a good hex. Yeah, might want to move them in there actually. Right, this unit is still disrupted, unfortunately. Could lay down some fire here. Only attack power 1 there. Right, we do have some more mortars here. So this unit is disrupted. Let's hit this here. No effect. No effect. Okay, we're getting unlucky there. Let's move on. We get this mortar team back. Let's maybe hit this fresh platoon here. No effect. See if we can grind him down. No effect. Wow. Okay, he's getting... Well, we did move this machine gun into this gully here. We can actually lay down... Get attack power 5, which is the best we can have, apart from being point blank. So let's fire here. No effect. Yeah, no effect. It's very bad attack power on these units. This unit can be plotted. Alright, here we go. We got the ridge action here. These light mortars could be used to rain down some direct fire on these advancing units. Okay, no effect. Yeah, no effect. It's only attack power 3 there. We should advance into this cover here, get closer to these tanks, I think. Yeah, the firepower is very low. Right, these guys here, they have an attack power of 2 versus armor, so they have some sort of anti-tank capability. Probably Molotovs and stuff. Now, these tanks are actually facing in this direction, which means we can actually attack them we can get rear attacks here, because those tanks are focusing on firing in this direction. We got infantry in the rear lines here, so we can maybe, if we're lucky, cause some casualties here. We got attack power 2, so let's attack these tanks, this tank platoon. We managed to disrupt him. Okay, we're getting it shot at by this tank here. So one platoon is disrupted. Let's attack this other one here. We actually took out a panzer there, and he retreated. He's got 4 tanks left. So he had a full... There were 5 tanks in that platoon. So this one is isolated now. He's alone here. He's disrupted. It's just good. It means we can maybe do an assault there if we're lucky. Let's do movement. Right, we do have force that's supposed to be coming over here. He hasn't taken these yet. Let's move these anti-aircraft trucks down this road and see what happens. And let this company move up from behind there. Let's leave those trucks there. Let's get these guys charging down this main road here. Try to get over there. That battalion headquarters will stay put. Now these 50mm mortars, I do want to get them closer to the enemy actually. And those trucks are going to be staying up there. Alright, these anti-tank guns. Well, let's move them into this village here. They're going to be very exposed there. Can't move them. Let's get those in safety. We do have a rifle platoon. They're disrupted. Maybe they can move south. No, they can't. Okay, but the machine guns should move in here, I think. Let's try to get them southwards. And then move them in here, where they have a good defense. We do have a disrupted platoon here. Yeah, the disruption is going to be a problem for my units, since they have such low morale and experience. We do have a machine gun unit here. Company, whole company here. Maybe we could be using this open terrain to draw some of his fire away from the flanks and use them to lay down fire on his advancing units. Could try that. Let's move them down, actually. Do sort of a central attack with them. Just leave them in the woods there. Alright, mortars are going to be plotted. Those headquarters could stay there. We do have additional anti-tank guns here. We're going to have to unload them from these wagons. Could move one up here, maybe. Let's try that. Let's move one anti-tank unit on this ridge. We want to engage his armor there. Let's unload these and move them on this ridge. Alright, start moving down the infantry. Even the machine guns, actually. Yeah, they can assault. They can actually attack that tank there. Let's see here. Let's move the machine guns on this ridge. Definitely move up anti-tank guns. Unfortunately, they cannot fire this round. But they're in position. We do have these guys. Now, we have two fresh platoons. We could do an assault on this disrupted tank here. If we're lucky, we could take some out. No, they don't know. They can assault there. Okay, maybe they can assault down, but this tank is not disrupted. So that means we probably will fail that attack there. And I'm not going to be assaulting into open terrain here. That's going to be costly. So I think I'm happy with this. We do have this mobile supply. Could keep moving down there. And these trucks will be standing there. Let's have a look at firing. We can maybe do something interesting here. Let's have a look. We do have... These anti-tank guns could actually move and fire. I don't think any of his armor is in range, actually. No. They're still... Our hard attack range is not that far on these 45s, unfortunately. Yeah, this is it. We can only hit in here with hard attack. So we're going to have to focus on hitting soft targets here with these anti-tank guns. There's 2 guns apiece here. Well, let's hit this forward. We're going to attack power 4, which is pretty good. Let's attack some of these forward positions. Yeah, we caused him to retreat. It's good. Let's keep hitting... he's disrupted here. Let's try to keep him disrupted. Let's hit this big platoon here. No effect. Okay. What else? Mortars. Right. These machine guns that move down, they also have an attack power 2 versus armor at close range, which is good. We do have attack power, very low attack power here. I think we should concentrate on these tanks, actually. This is a rear attack, because this tank is actually retreating in this general direction here. Right, no effect. We do have an infantry platoon here that can now also attack. No effect, unfortunately. Machine guns moved up. I guess they could fire at some of these units over here. Attack power 1. Yeah, No effect there. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. That turned out pretty okay. We managed to take out some tanks. He's been hit in the flank here, which will make these guys maybe easier to move in this flank as he's been attacked there. And we got some machine gun company moving in the center here to mostly as a distraction, I guess. So let's look at the artillery strikes. What can we do here? What can we do? We can only plot with one mortar team. These guys up here. Unfortunately, we don't get good attack. These tanks are out of range. I'm thinking of actually plotting on some of this infantry here. This is dangerous. Let's plot some here, and let's plot some strikes there. Let's see what happens. If he stays there, could cause some casualties, hopefully. Right, that's about all I can do. Turn 12 there of 18. So let's just end it and see if the Germans have plotted some artillery this turn. Right, so no incoming rounds. That was a relief. He probably hasn't had time to deploy his artillery on the far left flank there. Okay, see what happens here. Turn 13 here. He's engaging those. He's engaging. Get some pot shots there. Right, we took casualties in that mortar crew. Yeah, we're in the open there. Yeah. He's attacking my flanks here. His tanks turned around. He's using those tanks. Yeah. Disruption on my anti-tank guns. No effect. He's hitting those guys there. He's hitting the anti-tank guns. Point blank fighting here with these. Getting some attacks there, but he's facing us, so he's got a better defense there. Okay, that was interesting. Did take some casualties on that mortar team there. Oh, he's moving up again. Shifting his armor. 5 headquarters unable to provide supply. 1 artillery unit unavailable. 3 units low on ammo. 1 unit recovered. My anti-tank guns recovered. That's good. Here comes some rounds. Oh, those were landed. Wow. No effect though. That was a good strike on this infantry here. We did cause quite a few casualties there. So what you got left here? This one is down to 1/3, and they are disrupted. So this platoon is taking some heavy hits here. This platoon here is 50% strength. And he's got some pretty fresh troops here. It's going to be a problem. Alright, turn 13 here, so continuing the fight. Let's have a look. What can we do? Let's do firing first, see if we can grind down some units. Right, my mortars on the ridge. Yeah, let's see. Maybe hit this forward unit here. Okay, no effect. No effect. We do have another team. Could hit these guys. They are fresh here. Could maybe start grinding some of these big platoons down here. Yeah, we caused some good casualties there. 1/3 of the platoon was killed. That was good. Let's hit these guys. That was no effect there. What do we got here? Machine gun. Those heavy machine guns, they are disrupted now, unfortunately. So they only have attack power 3, but they will keep firing. No effect. No effect. Okay. What do we got? This mortar team is reduced to 50%. We can lay down some direct fire here, actually. So attack this weaker platoon here. Yeah, they retreated. Oh, he fired back and he wiped out one of my anti-tank sections there. That was bad. That was bad indeed. Alright, let's hit these guys. No effect. Okay. We lost a complete section there. That was not good. So these anti-tank guns, I think they will stay there and keep firing at this platoon here. Caused some casualties. They're running away. Right, we're being shot at. Down to 1/3 strength. No effect. Okay. This platoon is still disrupted. So we'll just fire. Weak attack there. These guys are still disrupted as well, so they can lay down some fire on that unit. Right, machine gun company is going to be moving in here. So I'm not going to be firing with them. We do have some more mortars on the ridge. Let's see if we can wipe something out here. Or we must start grinding some of these heavy platoons. Just hit these guys. No effect. No effect. Okay. We do have some more mortars here. Let's hit these guys. Okay, so they're down to very few men left here now. They're almost destroyed. And we wiped it out. Good job there. We wiped out a complete platoon of infantry there. Okay, let's see. These mortars will be plotted. Right, here we go. Anti-tank screen that moved up on the hill here. We've got some tempting targets here. We do have a panzer platoon that's facing this general direction. It moved back. He didn't turn it around. So that's a very tempting target there. We've got attack power 5. He's got his... We're going to get flank and rear shot bonuses here. So let's attack. But he's in the woods. So he's got some defense there, but no effect. No effect. So we've got unlucky there. We do have another platoon. Let's keep firing. No effect. There we go. We knocked another panzer out there. So that was good. What else we got? 50mm mortars. Let's just fire at these platoons down here. Let's fire at this big one here. Hopefully we can start grinding it down a bit. No effect. We even had an attack versus the leader there, but he wasn't killed. Let's move down here. So what's he got? He's got disruption here. Both his tank platoons are disrupted, which is very good. So we're going to be going for an assault here and try to wipe this pocket out. Well, we're going to try at least. Hopefully destroy some more of his tanks there. Let's use this machine gun and fire at something here. Let's fire at this platoon here. Only attack power 2 is very low. But we did cause them to retreat. Let's hit this big platoon here. No effect. Alright. Right, we do have this platoon. I'm very tempted to assault here because both these units are disrupted actually. So let's see. Let's use the anti-tank guns first. We do have 2 more anti-tank sections up here. We're going to get bonuses attacking this tank. Probably both these tanks. They've got their flanks. So let's start grinding them down. Attack power 5. No effect. There we go. We knocked another panzer out. It's good. And that other platoon would hit this. No effect. No effect. Wow, so we've taken actually 2 tanks out there with the anti-tank guns. Yeah, these platoons are ready. We're going to be assaulting there. Okay. So all units considered. Wow, things are happening here. Interesting turn of events. So let's resolve this assault. So he's got 2 disrupted tank platoons. Both these tank platoons have taken casualties. So let's take this platoon, assault, and both these rifle platoons. So we got almost a complete company of men here assaulting this hex. Let's see what happens here. Let's resolve this assault here. Okay, that was a stalemate. No effect on either side. We just didn't pull it off. Yeah, another thing I didn't check properly is the assault value on these guys is 3, which is very bad. They have very weak assault values. So I probably should have checked that before I did that. But it's too late now. They tried it. They were disrupted, but they failed. So maybe the best way to use these in this particular fight is probably just by firing and trying to flank the enemy and do flank and rear attacks in these tanks, because assaulting is not their strength. 3 is a very low value. So let's check the movement out here. Alright, so let's use this expedite. Oh, look at that. Yeah, he's got it all now. Oh well. Let's just keep moving here. Let's move them into this village. Right, we could do double time, so let's keep charging here. As I said before, I doubt these guys will actually be able to reach in time before the battle is ended. But let's do it anyways. Let's leave those trucks there. That headquarters can stay there. Trucks and wagons. Right, these guys are still disrupted. I can't move them. Wagons. Right. These guys are disrupted. Oh, I could actually move them forward there. Okay. Let's get these machine. Yeah, being shot at. Let's get these machine gunners in here. Ouch. Right, retreated immediately there. Ouch. 2 casualties there. Yeah, so he still had some opportunity fire with these guys. Let's see. These headquarter units could stay there. This one is moving down. Yeah, I guess I could move it to the edge of these woods here. This battalion headquarters will stay there. Right, central attack force here. Let's move these machine gunners down. Like that. We do have this sneaky platoon here. Could be bold and grab that objective. But they're going to be shot to pieces. So maybe better to capture this high ground here. Let's see if we can do that. Oh, okay. That was that was a mistake. Yeah, they gathered their machine guns and moved up on that hill, and they got blown to bits as they were trying to set up their machine guns there. Everybody was killed. Alright, this one is actually out of ammo. It's a good time to move it closer to the action. We do have anti-tank guns, so moving on this ridge here is very dangerous, apparently. Very exposed. There's no defense. Maybe use these guns in this gully here. These headquarters will stay there. Right, these wagons should move to the rear. Right, we've got a machine gun platoon here. Let's move it. Ouch! Move it down south there. Got attacked immediately. But divisional headquarters could stay there, and these supply can move down. Those guys are going to be staying there. Okay. Wow. Okay, so we took some. This is actually the first turn. There's be some pretty heavy casualties on my side here. Let's have a look at the strengths again. Yeah. So now we're up to. We lost a mortar team there. We lost 2 anti-tank guns, almost a complete platoon there, and actually 2 platoons of. Machine guns there, and some heavy casualties there. We've taken out 4 Panzerkraftwagen 3Gs. That's pretty good, considering. 1 Panzer 4 there. 13. Wow, so almost, actually 2 complete infantry platoons of Germans has been killed so far, which is very good. Okay. Let's see. Any firing left to do here before I wrap this up? Let's see. This machine gun unit can fire. They're reduced to about 50% strength, but they can still fire at something here. Maybe fire at this fresh unit here. No effect. Okay. These mortars will be plotted. This machine gun unit can actually attack. It's going to attack bar 2. Let's attack these tanks facing the wrong way here. No effect. Okay. And that's all she wrote. Okay. Right. Interesting stuff. Let's end the video here, I guess. We do have time to just plot some mortars, I guess. We do have those. We only have 1 team available here. We do get bonuses on these tanks again. Let's attack there, and let's attack these armored setup. Hopefully get some more of those disabled results. So that's it for this. Maybe we'll be wrapping this battle up in the next video. We'll see. Maybe 2 more episodes, but it's looking... Well, we're probably going to be losing this battle. I mean, we don't have the manpower and the maneuverability to be able to capture this. The Germans had more mobile forces, unfortunately, in this battle. That's how it is with these random engagements. You get what you get, and you got to duke it out. So sometimes you're facing superior forces. That's just the fortunes of war. So that's it. So I want to thank you for watching there. I'm going to end the video here. I'm going to pick up the action in the next. Have a good one, and see you later.